Jai Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada. Jai Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Prabhupada. Jai Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Jayam Vishnupad Paramhamsa Parivajagacharya Astutarasita Sisimadhi Bhangis ISKCON founder Acharya Jagat Guru Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Srila Prabhupada Vyasa Puja Ki. The Savior of the whole world is confirmed Acharya Jagat Guru Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki. Jayam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivajagacharya Stutarasita Shishimadhi Vangis Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada Ki Jai. Ananda Gudi Vaishnava Vranda Ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Prem Goshi Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopal Gopina Shama Radha Kunda Giri Gauravadan Ki Jai. Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Mathura Dham Ki Jai. Navadu Mayapur Dham Ki Jai. Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Jai. Jamuna Mai Ki Jai. Bhakti Devi Ki Jai. Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Nitai Gaura Premanandi. All glories assembled devotees. All glories assembled devotees. All glories assembled devotees. All glories to Sri Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. Vishnu. Adya Krishna Vitabuta Esmati Bhakti Chaita Shanti Krishna. Reading from Srila Prabhupada Lamrit, Struggling Alone. Bhaktivedanta Swami knew no one in New York City, but he had a contact, Dr. Ramurti Mishra. He had written Dr. Mishra from Butler, enclosing a letter of introduction that a friend had given him in Bombay. He had also phoned Dr. Mishra, who welcomed Bhaktivedanta Swami to join him in New York. At the Port Authority bus terminal, a student of Dr. Mishra's met him as he arrived from Philadelphia and escorted him directly to an Indian festival in the city. There, Bhaktivedanta Swami met Dr. Mishra as well as Ravi Shankar and his brother, the dancer, Uday Shankar. Bhaktivedanta Swami then accompanied Dr. Mishra to his apartment at 33 Riverside Drive, beside the Hudson River. The apartment was on the 14th floor and had large windows overlooking the river. Dr. Mishra gave Bhaktivedanta Swami a room to himself. Dr. Mishra was a dramatic, showy personality, given to flashy glances and expressive gestures with his hands. He regularly used words like lovely and beautiful. That's my bad. Presenting an artfully polished image of what a guru should be. He was what some New Yorkers refer to as an uptown Swami. Although a sannyasi, he did not wear the traditional saffron dhoti and kurta, but instead wore tailored Nehru jacket and white slacks. His complexion was dark, whereas Bhaktivedanta Swami's was golden. And he had thick black hair. At 44, he was young enough to be Bhaktivedanta Swami's son. Dr. Mishra had been suffering from bad health when Bhaktivedanta Swami came into his life. And Bhaktivedanta Swami's arrival seemed the perfect medicine. Ramurti Mishra. His Holiness Prabhupada Bhaktivedanta Swamiji really knocked me down with love. He was really an incarnation of love. My body had become a skeleton, and he really brought me back to life. His cooking, and especially his love and his devotion to Lord Krishna. I was very lazy in the matter of cooking, but he would get up and have ready. Dr. Mishra appreciated that Bhaktivedanta Swami cooking with the precision of a chemist will prepare many dishes, and that he had a gusto for eating. Ramamurti Mishra, it was not bread he gave me prasada. This was life, and it saved my life. At that time, I was not sure I would live, but his habit to eat on time, whether I was hungry or not, that I very much liked. He will get up and say, all right, this is Bhagavad Prasadam. And I would say, all right. Bhaktivedanta Swami will sometimes discuss with Dr. Mishra the aim of his visit to America, expressing his spiritual master's vision of establishing Christian consciousness in the West. He requested Dr. Mishra to help him, but Dr. Mishra would always refer to his own teaching work, which kept him very busy, and to his plans for leaving the country soon. After a few weeks, when it became inconvenient to maintain Bhaktivedanta Swami at the apartment, Dr. Mishra shifted him to his Hatha Yoga studio on the 5th floor of 100 West 72nd Street, near Central Park. The large studio was located in the center of the building and included an office and an adjoining private room where Bhaktivedanta Swami stayed. It had no windows. Philosophically at complete odds with Bhaktivedanta Swami, Dr. Mishra accepted the absolute truth in the personal future or Brahman to be supreme. Bhaktivedanta Swami stressed the supremacy of the personality, the personal feature or Bhagavan, following the Vedic theistic philosophy that the most complete understanding of the absolute truth is personal. The Bhagavad Gita says that the impersonal Brahman is subordinate to Bhagavan and is an emanation from him, just as the sunshine is an emanation from the sun planet. This conclusion had been taught by the leading traditional acharyas of ancient India, such as Ramanuja and Madhva. Dr. Mishra, on the other hand, followed Sankara, who taught that the impersonal presence of the Absolute Truth is all in all, and that the personality of Godhead is ultimately an illusion. Whereas Bhaktivedanta Swami's theistic philosophy accepted the individual spiritual self, Atma, as an eternal servant to the supreme spiritual being, Bhagavan. Dr. Mishra's view accepted the spiritual self as not an individual. Rather, his idea was that since each person is identical with God, the supreme Brahman, there is no need to worship God outside oneself. As Dr. Mishra would put it, everything is one. I already mentioned, it's a Mayavadi. Just by the fruit, you know a tree. Just by their words, you can understand. Mayavadi, Mayavadi, Maya. Everything is illusion. Everything is one. That is foolishness. If you give him gasoline, will he drink it? I'm asking, I don't know.
No.
Why not? It's one, water is liquid. Water liquid. It's one. So will he take gasoline? Will he drink it?
No.
It's liquid, the water. It's one. Everything is one. So gasoline, water is one. They're one. No difference. Why can't he drink it? They're foolish. Very foolish. Frustration brings this kind of philosophy. It is frustration. So Prabhupada is a Baba. understand? A Baba. You understand? It's the properties. Baba. Who goes to a Baba? Who goes to Baba? Who goes there? Dirty person. When you're dirty, bushy, then you go to the Baba to make you, yes, clean. Is it not? So, we have been very dirty with all kinds of obnoxious habits. Is it not? Illicit says gambling, intoxication, flesh eating. What is that? Dirty. Dirty. And Prabhupada made us clean. Say Baba. Perfect Baba. All kinds of dirty habits. Look at Dr. Mishra, frustration. Doesn't even know how to eat. He's eating junk food and he's going to die. A perfect Baba has given him a perfect medicine to make him a human being. He said he was already like a skeleton. Only a short time he stayed with Prabhupada. Prabhupada changed his life. Take Krishna Prasadam and regularly on time. He regained his health. Do you know the Baba? One who makes you clean from the dirtiness, become clean. Shave you very nicely, so clean. Yes, Prabhupada has shaved us clean. Look at the kind of food we're eating. Onions, garlic, meat, fish, eggs. That's a clean life. Alcohol, illicit sex, gambling. There's no dirtiness. Very dirty. Look at our speech. How is it? Our speech. How is it? Look at our thinking. See the way we think. Look at our activities. Very dangerous and horrible. So the Papa changed it. He gave it clean. See your room. See your room. Go and see Karmi's room. Look at the toilet they use. Huh? See. Not even going too far. Look at ISKCON altar. See ISKCON altar. And then see other altars. How do they look like? Deity is standing there for the whole lifetime to eat only coconut. On festival days. You know? One dress for lifetime. It's not dirtiness. It's not dirty. How you feel you wear one dress for a whole week? How you feel? As a clean person? Huh? No washing. Baba. So the Baba is the Baba. Makes us clean. Makes us clean. Look at our habit. Look at our habit. Look at the quality of our thought. Very dangerous. Choking the whole universe with our dangerous mentality, dangerous in thought. Papa came and changed it into Krishna consciousness. Think about Krishna. Such a wonderful transformation. Is it not? Is it a Baba or not? Perfect Baba. Perfect. Change the life. In the Nectar of Devotion, it is said that when the Muni went to the hellish planet, and just by his presence for a short while, the demigod started singing and seeing people with the four hands going to Vaikuntha. Baba. Clean everyone, make everyone pure. The same thing Papa did. He called it white elephant. White elephant. People with dirty, unkept hair now have a clean shade. Clean, shiny shade. With tilak on the face, with kantimala, dhoti, shining dhoti with kurta and chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Clean life. Clean, made us clean. We're staying in the dirty, unkept places. Environment is dirty. Because the heart is dirty, the environment will be dirty. Everything about it is dirty. Prabhupada came to wash it. Wash. Who knows that if you go to toilet, you should take a bath? Who knows? How many people do that? Who knows it? Some people don't even, that is too far. Even washing hand after eating, many people don't do it. Is it not? So there are some people who, they wake up in the morning, they have not got out of the bed, they are drinking tea. Bed tea. Thank you. Bed tea. That cleanliness. That is cleanliness. Is that cleanliness? Dirty. Papa came and stop it. Live a clean life. Clean. The heart is clean. Our language is clean. Our vision is clean. Our activity is clean. The environment is clean. See our scripture, clean. Look at our food. Clean everywhere, sparkling white. See, sparkling. See, Baba. He bathed us and make us clean. So the Prabhupada ki jai. Did you not? Look at our philosophy, how clean, how pure it is. Just look at that. Everything is one. How can everything be one? Have you seen everything in this world which is one? There's no difference between student and the teacher? No difference. They are one. No. One. Teacher and student, they are one. Yes. Children and the parent. One. We are all one. Everything is one. No difference between children and parent or adult or no difference. Everything is one. Just imagine that. Man, woman, one. Right? One. No. Everything is one. Rice and sabji, one. Yeah, chapati, the one. Rice, the one. Everything is one. But they will not drink gasoline. So you see what Prabhupada did? Transform everything. Transformed. Yes. So, Prabhupada is a tailor. Prabhupada is a tailor. What does a tailor do? Huh? You give him a piece of cloth, he will stitch it and make it nice for you to use. So Prabhupada came and gathered all of us who are broken into pieces and chipped away. One of my musician friends, I sang, you are so special. So the Prabhupada is very special. He sang, when my life was broken and chipped into pieces and thrown away, he came and make me whole. So you are so special. That is Prabhupada. Isn't what our life has been? Broken and chipped into pieces. What were we? What were we? Huh? Broken pieces, chipped away. So Prabhupada came and made us whole. He's a tailor. He put everything together and make it useful. He's a tailor. Transcendental tailor. Not just ordinary tailor. He's a transcendental tailor. Get all the pieces of clothes together, make them useful. Look at this Mayavadi, the Gyanis, the Mayavadi, the Karmis. So Prabhupada brought all and make us devotees. From this, Karmis, Gyanis, Mayavadis, all. Prabhupada brought all together and make a devotee. You know what I tell you? Make everything useful. That is Prabhupada. A transcendentalist. He doesn't waste anything, but he makes everything useful. Even useless things will make it useful. We had one devotee. I had, when he was coming to the temple newly, no devotee wanted to talk to him. When you come to the temple, the devotee will avoid him because he was considered like a mad person. Very dirty. But no devotee talk to him. After a short time, Prabhupada transformed him and made him a Sanskrit scholar. Sanskrit scholar. You know what I tell you? Make all dirty things clean and useful. Nothing is one. Nothing is one. If everything is one, there is not, what is the use of, we should not say trees. You can say tree. Right? We don't say trees. We say tree, if everything is one. Bhakti Dhira Swami challenged, if each of us is actually the Supreme, then why is this Supreme suffering and struggling in the material world? Dr. Mishra will counter that the Supreme is only temporarily covered by illusion, and that through Hatha Yoga and meditation, one will become enlightened, understanding it is all the Supreme. Hey, dangerous. Dangerous. So the Supreme is covered by illusion. So who is Supreme? The illusion or the Supreme? Who is Supreme? If the Supreme is covered by illusion, illusion is superior to the Supreme. Where is the intelligence? Where is the intelligence? Bhaktivedanta Swami considered Dr. Mishra a Mayavadi because of his inadvertent acceptance that Maya, illusion, is greater than the absolute truth. That is illusion itself. For Bhaktivedanta Swami, not only was the impersonal philosophy unpalatable, it was an insult to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Because it's an illusion. It's an insult. That is true. A mendicant, Bhaktivedanta Swami was temporarily dependent on the goodwill of his Mayavadi acquaintance, with whom he regularly ate and conversed, and from whom he accepted shelter. But what a great inconvenience it was. Prabhupada tolerated everything. Yet, he did not forget his mission, neither did he merge into nonsense. He remained what he is and transformed everything else that comes in contact with him. That's A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami. He had come to America to speak purely and boldly about Krishna, but he was being restricted. In Butler, he had been confined by his host's middle-class sensibilities. Now, he was silenced in a different way. He was treated with kindness, but he was considered a threat. Dr. Mishra could not allow his students to hear the conclusive praise of Lord Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He doesn't want Prabhupada to change his students, so he kept them away. So, Srila Prabhupada made his devotee right from the streets. That is his strength. He didn't make devotee from other people's organization. He made his devotee right from the field. Direct from the field. Anyone who is strong should do that. Do the same. Otherwise, I will consider you a parasite. Prabhupada is not a parasite. He was whole, complete. Right from the field, he met his devotees. He didn't make devotees from other organizations, people organizations. So, it is true that presently all organizations are riding on Srila Prabhupada's back. Yes. That is what is happening. The riding on Mr. Prabhupada's back. He made the road, and we are walking on that road. But some of us are so ungrateful, so unfortunate, that we don't show him appreciation for what he has done. He has shewed our cloth, he has shewed us together, make us a human being. He has barbed us and made us very clean. He has given us life. Dead bodies have become live bodies. cooked nice prasada. He was cooking himself and feeding a skeleton, dead body, and made him life. This is what he has done for us. He gave us life to live. We should be grateful. Gratefulness is not about writing volumes of appreciation on the paper and still behave nonsensically. His Holiness Bhattacharya Maharaj, he wrote Vyasa Puj offering. Very nice. Very powerful. So the Prabhupada, if I love you, I will not misuse your philosophy. I will not abuse your devotees. I will respect and treat them very nicely if I love you. If you love somebody, you care for his things. Not just talking, Prabhupada, and the activity does not show that we are Prabhupada followers. But for talking, we can do it perfectly. Prabhupada. No, you should be Prabhupada conscious, follow Prabhupada. But show me one thing you are doing which shows that you are following Prabhupada. One thing. Can we check and see? Can we check and see one thing in our lives which we think that, yes, this I'm doing is the following Prabhupada? Can you check and show me one thing? One, only one. All of us. One thing you can say, yes, I'm following Prabhupada. This is what I'm doing. Actually follow Prabhupada.
We are trying to tell people about the movement. We are trying to teach. When we are meeting, we are telling them.
Okay, thank you. How do people tell people what we are telling people? How do people tell people? Prabhupada told us with compassion. Prabhupada told us kindly, with love, with sweethearts, as a father. That is the mood Prabhupada used. Is that the mood we are using? We are using that mood? This is the greatness of Prabhupada. He didn't make devotees from Dr. Mishra's yoga, hatha yoga. He made his devotee right from the field. Today, people are making their members from Hare Krishna devotees. Many people. That's laziness. Prabhupada did not do that. All his devotees, he made them right from the field. By his purity, he presented to him, people follow. Not that they go to someone's society to go and campaign, come and join him. Prabhupada didn't give you complete thing. He gave ABCD. Now we want to give you the real thing, Prema. Prabhupada didn't preach like that to Dr. Mishra, say a student. He didn't preach like that to Dr. Mishra's student. Your guru is a Mayavadi, is an impersonalist. Leave him, come and join me. I want to give you Bhagwan, Krishna. Prabhupada didn't preach like that to his student. He made a devotee right from the field. Yes. On November 8, Bhakti Dhira Swami wrote to his god brother, Tirtha Maharaj, who had become the president of the Gaudiya Math, to remind him that their spiritual master, Srila Bhakti Dhira Saraswati, had a strong desire to open preaching centers in the Western countries. Srila Bhakti Dhira Saraswati had several times attempted to do this by sending sannyasis to England and other European countries, but Bhaktivedanta Swami noted, without any tangible result. They didn't make one devotee also. Why they didn't make devotees? What was the problem? Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur sent people to London, disciples to London. Why they didn't make a? They were sannyasis. Srila Prabhupada sends householders to the same London and establish his camp. So Radha Londoneshwara is reigning supreme. Janmasthani, you have no space to enter. The purity is the force. What is the Prabhupada's secret? Why did he succeed and the God brothers failed? Didn't compromise. He did not adjust anything. He didn't compromise. He follows the instruction of his spiritual master. Good, thank you. Why Prabhupada succeeded, the God brothers failed. The same place where sannyasis failed, the householders succeeded. What is Prabhupada's secret?
He was very sincere.
He was very sincere.
Following exactly what his speech.
Follow exactly what the spiritual master said.
He didn't add his own.
He did not add anything. He didn't subtract.
And did not project himself as the great teacher.
He didn't bring himself in the front. He left his spiritual master, Krishna, in the front. So in Bhagavad Gita, he didn't say Prabhupada Bacha. They has Prabhupada there. Yes. Why Prabhupada succeeded? Purity. His good brother is sannyasis. They are sannyasis.
Strong desire to fulfill.
They have strong desire. Prabhupada has strong desire.
And farsightedness also. Farsightedness, like vision was like how vision was too big, like he was seeing. How to explain? I'm forgetting.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Prabhupada has pure love for conditioned soul. He has compassion for conditioned soul. Very good. Very good. Prabhupada just simply carrying out the order of his spiritual master. So with the blessing of his spiritual master, he succeeded. Very good. Very good. Where his governor failed, the Prabhupada succeeded. Prabhupada said here, there was no tangible result from their preaching, not tangible result. Nothing wonderful. They didn't make one soul, neither did they establish any center. The Prabhupada established center all over the world. All over. So the Prabhupada has very exceptional qualities. Exceptional qualities. exceptional qualities. He knows the principle of utility. Utility is a principle. Sri Prabhupada is very expert in making use of that. And Prabhupada came, he didn't see mlechas, brahmanas. Prabhupada didn't see that. He didn't come with Indian mentality to marry. He came with Krishna consciousness, so he succeeded. He succeeded because he came with Krishna consciousness. He came to Africa, the same thing he preached. We are not a body. He didn't change anything. Everywhere he went, he preached the same thing. We are not this body. We are spiritual, part and parcel of Krishna. Krishna is the supreme person. The same thing he presented everywhere he went. In India, in the West Africa, everywhere. The same thing he presented. He didn't change anything. He knows how to use everything in the service of Krishna. He knows. Perfect example of place, time, and circumstance. Place, time, and circumstance. Expert. Very expert. Very, very expert. Place, time, and circumstance. He knows the principle. The first sannyasi to do wedding for disciples in history has never happened before. Does not happen. The sannyasi doing wedding. Huh? Where we see that? He did it successfully. Successfully. He did it successfully without any difficulty. Very easily he did it. Time, place, and second. Utility, the principle. Prabhupada is expert. Yes. He came with Krishna consciousness, so he see everything Krishna consciously. Everything. You see the Krishna conscious way. You see everything in connection with Krishna. Nothing separate. His consciousness was clear, very clean. So he can clean our consciousness. Yes. Bhakti Dhira Damodara Swami pointed out that there were certain Mayavadi groups who had buildings but were not attracting many followers. But he had talked with Swami Nikhilananda of the Ramakrishna Mission, who had given the opinion that the Americans would be inclined to Bhakti Yoga. If the leaders of the Gaudiya Math will consider opening their own branch in New York, Bhaktivedanta Swami would be willing to manage it, but without their own house, he reported, they could not conduct a mission in the city. See, so the Prabhupada has gone to the ways, struggling alone. You see what he's doing? He is not just doing Let me be the first. Let me be the best. He is inviting his group brothers. Come, this is destruction. Not to me. Let us put our head together and serve our guru. Nobody came. See his mentality. He's calling his God brothers. Let us come together. Nobody came. After he left the planet, now they're coming to take his movement. Which is calling them, nobody came. Bhakti Dhira Swami wrote that they could open centers in many cities throughout the country if his godbrothers would cooperate. He repeatedly made the point that although other groups did not have the genuine spiritual philosophy of India, they were buying many buildings. The Gaudiya Math, however, had nothing. 3 weeks later, Bhaktivedanta Swami received a Tirtha Maharaj's reply. Bhaktivedanta Swami had explained his hopes and plans for staying in America, but he had stressed that his godbrothers would have to give him their vote of confidence, as well as some tangible support. His godbrothers had not been working cooperatively. Each leader was interested more in maintaining his own building than in working with the others to spread the teachings of Chaitanya around the world. So how will it be possible for them to share Bhaktivedanta Swami's vision of establishing a branch in New York City? They could see it as his separate attempt. Yet, despite the unlikely odds, he appealed to their missionary spirit and reminded them of the desires of their spiritual master, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Their Guru Maharaj wanted Krishna consciousness to be spread in the West. But when Bhaktivedanta Swami finally got Tirtha Maharaj's reply, he found it unfavorable. His godbrother did not argue against his attempting something in New York, but he politely said that the Gaudiya Math funds could not be used for such a proposal. Our money is not for this. Our money is to maintain the temple, buy incense, chapati, puris, and halwa, and eat and ring bell in the temple with incense, haribol. That's what they wanted to do. Not interested. But the Prabhupada continued. Struggling alone. He struggled alone, but successful. Yes. Better to struggle alone than to carry unnecessary people along with you. They will not support you, but they will not allow you to do what you want to do. Srila Prabhupada ki, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada, Vyasa Puja ki, Hare Krishna. We are not finished. Devotee can say something. Pal Prabhu. Speak about Prabhupada. This is Vyasa Puja. Prabhupada. This is my own. Everybody. I have not said anything. Say your own. You have a relationship with Prabhupada. All. Just my own. Say your own to Prabhupada. I want to hear.
I read that from. Well, when we go out to preach, for instance, to do something, we meet a variety of people. Just in the last 2 days, I've met 2 different young Indians. Young. The first one was at Bazan. Was 31, 32 years. So I gave him a gift. He said, he's an atheist. He doesn't believe in God. So I told him that we also are atheists. Because when I went to a church in France, in Paris, I went to a church. I did not see young people in the church. I only saw very aged people who come there for association. So I said, the white man brought church to us. And now they don't go to church. So what is the use? So is this it? So we discussed a lot of things. So in the end, he decided to agree with me. That because I asked him about his inner self, about his origin, the origin of the world, and so on and so forth. So some of the questions he could not. Yesterday again, I met another Indian boy just at the gate there. He also said he's an atheist. He doesn't believe. Some people say it's Jesus, some people say it's Allah, some people say God is one for many years. So the point I'm making is that if not for Prabhupada, an insignificant thing like me will not have access to the Vedas and have this kind of knowledge to stand anybody anywhere in the world. Any devotee here who has grasped the philosophy of Krishna consciousness as presented by Srila Prabhupada can stand anybody anywhere in the world. Because I was telling them that, and even me and him was discussing that, these big professors in the universities, they just fill their heads with garbage, useless things. You know, and Prabhupada came to expose them. So without Prabhupada, I don't know where I would be by now. Maybe I will be in my village breaking kai. You know? Yes, it's a fact, because that's what most of my friends and most of my friends again, who were like business people, businessmen, going around the world, we were all together, doing business from different parts of the world. But now, some of them I cannot even, most of them are no more there. But by the mercy of Prabhupada, we have access to this philosophy, this Krishna consciousness. So I'm indebted to him and my Guru and yourself is doing Bhakti Dhira Damodara. So I'm in good ace, like carrying on the legacy of Krishna. So it's a very wonderful thing. We should, anybody who has come here, please don't take things for granted. There is no other place in this world, there is no other place and no other place that will really give you satisfaction, that will really give you hope, that will really even protect you from different kinds of things. So Prabhupada, I met one Islamic man, a very big Muslim in Jos, when I was visiting Jos. So he bought all our books, and he was telling me that, as far as he is concerned, that Prabhupada is a saint. As far as he is concerned, he's a Muslim. Another time I met, before I went to Jos, I went to manage temples. We were doing Sankirtan at the airport. I met one Indian man at the airport. At that time, we used to sleep at the airport doing Sankirtan. That's one thing that our younger ones are not doing, which is not very wonderful. They should learn how to preach, give people book. You may not have to talk, just give them book. So Prabhupada will do the talking.
They have a different agenda.
But have the courage to tell people, take the book. Krishna said that nobody is as dear to him as somebody who tells people about him. It's a big blessing if you are able to go out and give people book. Even if you don't talk, you may not talk. But you'll be surprised, even if you don't know how to talk. Like me, I don't know how to talk. But you'll be surprised that when you give people book, Krishna inspires you and what to say. So I met the Indian man, he said, can you come to my office at the month? So I went. He said, want to register as a life member. He brought out this book. We are waiting. That time they write, just Prabhupada, properly language. He said, read this book. That this person is from another planet, that Prabhupada is, you know? That was how he registered reading this book. The person who gave it to him might not have preached. So we should imbibe the culture of the movement is a preaching movement. If you have not preached, if you are not preaching, so many things will be lacking, will be missing. And one small preaching you do can save you from a whole lot of problem, a whole lot of danger. So many things. So, Prabhupada, we don't know how to, like Bharat, you were just saying that, when people are saying Prabhupada, what are we doing to show that we love Prabhupada? And the Prabhupada instruction, supreme instruction is distribute my books. Distribute my books. Give. But before you distribute, also read my books. So we should try to read. And then you'll be surprised that you become much higher than any scholar you can think of. You know. So like I was telling the Indian boy in Bazaar, who said he doesn't believe in God. He was saying science is too fine. I said, can science protect people from disease, old age, and death? He said no. I said, so what are you talking about? I said, look at the whole universe. Look at the planets hanging systematically. They are going in their various directions smoothly. They are not colliding with each other. I say, don't you think that the brain is behind that? I say, yes, somebody arranged it. Krishna arranged it. Then I pointed to a hillock that was standing there. I said, if you push this hillock now, nobody is inside. What will happen? He said, it will just go. I said, where will it go? He said, you will just move. I said, okay, you turn the steering a little bit before you push it. What will happen? It's for the other inside, or you go and jump people and kick. Because there is no direct, nobody inside, no intelligence driving it. So, Prabhupada, we don't know how to describe him or to appreciate him. I can only say we are grateful to the gurus also who are helping us to carry this thing on. Like I say, I don't know how to talk, but this is all I can say, Maharaj. I'm so grateful to you because you have saved me from the darkest region of ignorance. I'm grateful to His Holiness Bhakti Dhira Damodara Swami and to the Holiness of the Parish. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay.
I would like to mention two striking qualities I gathered from the Prabhupada. And the
never lived in the ashram. Householder. So the few times he took the instruction given by the participant participants and worked on it. So first that he likes to hear. But the problem now we are facing in this school is that a lot of our young ones, they don't have that attitude to want to sit and listen to lecture. I will just use this opportunity to say it. If it is one of the things we should stress on, particularly we are within the temple environments. It's difficult to even make us read on our own how to speak up. So say we'll read on our own later. It is when we are in the class, what we gather, what we take home. Another thing is humility. When he got to America, he was cooking for the hippies. I've mentioned that on a daily basis, I'm able to guide myself. I was cooking for them, he never instructed them anything. He said, you do this, you do this. Because he knew that that wasn't their lifestyle. He cooked for them, he served them, he packed their place and cleaned the place. He said this on several locations. He personally talked and said, and this elderly man, he cooked for us and served us and also cleared the place. Let us, and then they seek his permission to do the washing. He said, okay, that was how he started to do service. And from there, he began to tell them the importance of service. So two things are there, his humility and his service attitude. If we invite this, the next generation will look at it and follow. Although we know that everything is going upside down based on the age of Kali. But at least there will be some fortunate souls who are qualified enough, who will see the importance in what we are doing and follow it. So these are the two things, I will say three now. One is he likes to hear. The second one is that he's humble. And he does everything personally. He taught by his personal example. Although we are not saying we should not give instruction, but as we give instruction, we do it personally and let everybody see it. And yet perhaps they would like to follow. So these are the three facts I talk about now.
Very nice.
Right? Prabhupada is co-founder Shaya, AC Bhakti Dhira Damodara Swami, great Bhakti Dhira Damodara Swami Maharaj ki.
So next program. So I want to say something. Good fight, yeah. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Okay.
Naturally, if somebody wants to build a house, we invite bricklayer, laborers,